Earth's rotational shift has a surprise reason. The study finds that, and saying that they're glad to find the unexplained cause of the pole drift, according to Jerusalem Post, by pumping water out of the ground and moving it elsewhere. Humans have actually shifted such a large mass of water that the Earth tilted nearly 80 centimeters east between 1993 and 2010 alone, changing the planet's rotational pole, according to a new study published in the American Geophysical Union's Geophysical Research Letters. I mean, isn't that unbelievable? Humans did that because of the water that they removed from the ground. Sea level rise is one of the most significant phenomena associated with the warming climate. Contemporary sea level rise has been monitored extensively by multiple observational techniques. The research is entitled "Drift of the Earth's Pole Confirms Groundwater Depletion as a Significant Contributor to Global Sea Level Rise Between 1993 and 2010. Based on climate models, scientists previously estimated humans pumped 2,150 gigatons of groundwater, equivalent to more than 6 millimeters of sea level rise during this period, but validating that estimate has been difficult. One approach lies with the Earth's rotational pole, which is the point around which the planet rotates. It moves during a process called polar motion, polar wandering, which is when the position of the Earth's rotational pole varies relative to the crust. The distribution of water on the planet affects how mass is distributed. Like adding a tiny bit of weight to a spinning top, the Earth spins a little differently as water is moved around. Earth's rotational pole actually changes a lot, said Ki-Weon Seo, a geophysicist at Seoul National University who led the study, and that's in South Korea. Our study, he says, show that among climate-related causes, the distribution of groundwater actually has the largest impact on the drift of the rotational pole. So water is changing the Earth's rotation, they say. That's what's causing the change of the Earth's polar wander. Water's ability to change the Earth's rotation was discovered back in 2016, and until now the specific contribution of groundwater to these rotational changes was not explored enough. In this new study, researchers modeled the observed changes of the drift of Earth's rotational pole and the movement of water, first with only ice sheets and glaciers considered, and then adding in different scenarios of groundwater redistribution. The model matched the observed polar drift only once the researchers included 2,150 gigatons of groundwater redistribution, and without it the model was off by 78.5 centimeters or 4.3 centimeters of drift per year. The location of the groundwater matters for how much it could change polar drift. Redistributing water from the mid-latitudes has a larger impact on the rotational pole. During the study period, the most water was redistributed in western North America and northwestern India, both at mid-latitudes. Countries' attempts to slow groundwater depletion rates, especially in those sensitive regions, could theoretically alter the change in the drift, but only if such conservation approaches are sustained for decades, Seo said. The next step is for the research to look at the past. Observing changes in Earth's rotational pole is useful for understanding continent-scale water storage variations, Seo said. Polar motion data are available from as early as the 19th century, so we can potentially use those data to understand continental water storage variations during the last century. Were they any hydrological regime changes resulting from the warming climate? Polar motion could hold that answer. This is from WND and also Jerusalem Post. I'll leave links below. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.